As part of the Nashua 50 Next 20 project, we are bringing you videos of key leaders talking about the importance of the city to their businesses and about Nashua's economic potential. In all, some 20 business leaders have shared their sentiments with us. Their voices are part of more than 50 videos we did over the course of this several-month project. You can find that work at nashuatelegraph.com/business. The pieces you are about to see will be embedded in a digital version of the glossy magazine we are presenting tonight. This e-publication will be out in a couple of weeks and will be available at our website.
Nashua is in a really cool spot right now. We already are the economic engine for the state of New Hampshire, thanks to the large employers that we have located here in Greater Nashua, and thanks to a lot of really cool tech startups that drive millions of dollars of revenue in taxes up to Concord. We have a really cool opportunity to go beyond that even in the next 20 years. I envision 20 years from now a city right here being Nashua that continues to be the economic engine but also becomes the artistic and cultural epicenter for northern New England.
I'm pleased to say that we are a resource to this city. I see us as strengthening the city, business and industry coming to the city because they have the resources of higher education, and all of us benefit from that. We're all the beneficiaries.
And if you look back, again, 50 years, and you look at what really drove the economy here in Nashua, it was the ability for people to hire talent in the technology sector and bring people to this community and invest both professionally and personally in the growth of Nashua. So I think we can learn a lot of lessons from what's happened here in the last half century and really see Nashua prosper in very much the same way it did in the last half of the 20th century.
You know, I always remember my dad telling the stories about what brought him to Nashua. In 1953, he actually delivered some rugs here and fell in love with Nashua in that period of time. Went back to Boston, where our main store was, and said to his father, "I want to bring my family to New Hampshire." His father thought he was crazy. A week later, he was loading them up in a station wagon, putting his house for sale and looking for a place to live. That's the way Nashua came to us. It struck him the first moment he was here, and we've been here 60 years since then. And I will tell you that my children, who went to college, moved away, and I never thought would come back to Nashua, have both moved back here. So we have 3 generations of Mafuzas that actually have lived in Nashua and will continue to do so and run a business here. Nashua's special because it's a small community that continues to grow. And even though it's growing, you have that core, those people that make a difference all the time, that are your friends and neighbors that you connect with at all times. We have a mayor that promotes Nashua in a way that's going to continue to make Nashua look good for the next 40 and 50 years. And my son and my daughter, being in business in this town, should flourish.
What I'd love to see is that connection come back with our community to the business owner. Very much in order of what we do here at Cassandra is that it's all about the connection. It's all about the personal touch. It's all about caring for each other in this community. So even though we are so specialized in what we do, what still remains the most important is that personal connection with each and every client that walks through that door.
When I first opened my store here in Nashua, the juju was strong. I was excited to get opened, and I'm glad that this was my first location. I'm going to keep having fun, expanding, and go from there.
After almost 5 years in office, I think, you know, the world is open to Nashua. We can be anything that we want to be, and fundamentally, that's because of our people. We have remarkable people in this community. They're willing to step up and do things. We have a diverse community, which serves us well today and into the future, and frankly, yesterday. We have innovation and imagination and products that have been invented here, from the sewing machine to technology that is on the Patriot missile. So it's really about our diversity and our people. I think that won't change.
You know, having grown up and been born and raised and spent half a century, over 50 years in this city. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited because I think we're getting to a point now where we have a good vision of where we want to be. We have a lot of resources out there and some very talented people that can help us get there.
I think Nashua is so well poised for the future. We've got a lot of these great opportunities that are just right there, and a lot of it hasn't even been tapped yet. So it's exciting to me to see where do we go next with this on a bunch of different levels, whether it's taking care of our citizens or having fun, utilizing some of the parks and downtown resources that we have for our arts, our cultural, our food. There's just so much that Nashua has got right there, and it's going to be up to young professionals like myself and the other people on this list to make Nashua whatever it is we want it to be, and I couldn't be more excited about the future for Nashua.